Welcome into another edition of the 2025 MLB Draft Spotlight Show. I've got Kennesaw's finest, Tre Phelps, Georgia Premier Academy's own Georgia Bulldog. What's up, man?
How are you? How are you doing?
Life is good. Life is good. Excited to have you on the show. You really stand out for having an absolutely absurd freshman year, and so we're going to talk about that a little bit. But Trey, I want you to kick this thing off, man. Who is Tre Phelps? Tell me about your life off the field and what you're looking to achieve on it.
Yeah, Tre Phelps is this energy ball that comes in every day and just, I guess, just lighting everyone's day up. It's kind of a sense of being in the moment with all my guys. It brings a light to me, I guess. So I would say a huge energy ball. Fun to be around. I mean, no matter usually what's going on, I just try to stay in the day. I just try to make every day a good day, as good as possible. And then, I mean, on the field, I would say I'm literally the exact same, just with the bat in my hand and the glove on my hand. Just being able to have fun playing the game. I mean, knowing how hard it is. I feel like having fun is just me.
You know, I followed you in high school a whole bunch, and the bat always stood out. But I'm curious, from your point of view, man, what is your best tool? Because I feel like we're just kind of scratching the surface of what we're going to see from Tre Phelps in 2025.
Yeah, plenty. Definitely do all five at a really high level. I say my for sure best is just hitting for average, just being able to put a bat on ball and get into a gap.
I love it. Hey, man, let's talk about this year. So you come in as a teenager in the SEC, and you hit 353, 441, 699, 12 homers, and you struck out 15 times in 42 games. Dude, did you expect that from yourself? Because, I mean, that's an absolute explosion from a kid being introduced to the highest level of conference play in college baseball right away.
Yeah, it was kind of just taking the reins of believing in myself instantly, knowing that I mean, at the end of the day, we're all at Georgia kind of for a reason, and every single one of us wants that goal to go to Omaha. And once you kind of submit, or I kind of submitted myself in that mentality, knowing like this is where I belong, it was just kind of over and just kind of hit the ground feet running from there.
Who took you under their wing? I mean, who was the guy that you leaned on hard?
Oof. I asked a lot of questions. Mostly. Top dog, probably Josh Stinson. It was a fifth year last year. Probably the best teammate I've ever had.
Yeah, what was it about Josh that made it easier on you?
Yeah, he just kind of knew the ins and outs. And like Josh isn't like a crazy guy that was like, yeah, like he hit 380 and he was on the field every day, but like he's kind of nucleus of our team, just kind of making sure like everything's running smoothly. Like you don't like there aren't any bad attitudes in the dugout or there isn't any bad camaraderie going on between teammates. And I mean, I'm that guy, but like seeing a fifth year do that may not be our guess partake all-star
Mhm.
was really eye-opening for me.
So you head into this 2025 season as a true sophomore, still young from
Mhm.
a collegiate athletics perspective. Are you kind of trying to take over that role from Josh as more of a vocal leader, or how do you envision yourself in the dugout?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always been more of a natural born leader. Not the like rah rah guy, like I'm going to get up and give you a speech. I mean, even our head coach tells us all the time. I mean, the best teams have multiple leaders, and I mean, some of those guys might be vocal guys, which we do have. But the guy who's more of an example, and I'm gonna talk to you on the side before I get up in front and talk of the whole team.
I like that. So I expect in 2025 we're going to see more Tre Phelps at third base, at right field, left field. Where have you been working out most this fall, and kind of where do you see your future?
Yeah, well, day to day, well, I mean, lots of reps at their ground balls, being able to be there during practice, after practice, whether it's we don't have a team practice, then it's just getting our swings and then going out to get ground balls on the field with other guys. So I'll say, yeah, definitely mostly at third, but I mean, there are days I go to outfield work and throw the bases or go get outfield work in, like running in the walls, just keeping tools sharp, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Is there a position that you're most passionate about? Do you see yourself as a third baseman, or do you see
Mhm.
yourself as a Swiss Army knife?
Yeah, so I mean, third, I really do feel I can play it better than a lot of people. It comes really natural. I mean, I've been working at it. I mean, I would say dinner my whole life. I played infield for a really long time. I really don't mind the outfield. It's there. I feel like I can do a lot out there too, but I feel like prime time, like if you have me pinned up against the wall and say, what position are you going to play to get this done? It's definitely third base.
Okay. Well, what's something about Trey Phelps that people don't know or don't understand that you want to kind of showcase in the coming years?
Um, um, I don't play with my jersey unbuttoned for like, I guess like a bad look. It's just kind of just me being comfortable. I've done it. I want to say since junior year of high school now.
Hmm.
And one of my teammates, one of my Hispanic teammates from Panama, Eric did it, and I was like, huh. And we kind of just went with it that summer, and just kind of me. So I would say, yeah, I like to, I guess, showcase that it's not, I guess, for a bad look on the field, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I got a couple more questions for you, and then I hit you with some curveballs. You were draft eligible, obviously, as a 2023 eligible guy, and you were 19, so you knew that you were going to be eligible again in 25. What
Hmm.
was the draft process like for you? Did you
Yeah.
have to make any tough decisions? Did you get a lot of calls? Like, what was the stress of that like?
Yeah, there were kind of a few calls here and there. For me personally, like I remember as soon as my senior year ended, I was kind of just set on going to school. I mean, of course there were calls, but I was really set on going to school at that point. I kind of got smaller my senior year of high school. So just kind of going to college and picking up weight and I guess just learning the game a little bit more at a higher level before I got there was more important to me at that time.
I noticed that about you. From the junior summer into your senior year, you really leaned out,
Hmm.
and it came as a surprise. I remember seeing you as a high schooler, as a junior, and it was like, all right, this, with all due respect, Trey, it was like, all right, this is a first baseman. Like, this is a big, big kid. And then you got lean and nimble, and obviously everything took off at Georgia. But speaking of that, you get a little bit smaller, some things change. What's an example of some of the most adversity that you have faced throughout your amateur career now, and having to fight through that?
Oof. See, baseball adversity. I
Or in
say,
life? I mean, life throws wrenches at you, and you gotta balance that with having to go do your job on the field.
mhm. Yeah. I'll give you something baseball wise. It was tough not starting the year off last year. Being an everyday guy, especially as a freshman. I mean, a lot of us, especially at SEC freshman recruits, don't really deal with a lot of failure. So it was like getting to school and kind of like not being ran out there every day early was it wasn't mentally tough. It was mentally tough to understand. So I just kind of kept working, watching the game every day and just watching as many pitches as possible and learning the game. And once I kind of got my shot, it was just like no looking back for me.
You a big data guy? Like, are you into
Uh,
exit velos and hit tracks, and are you
Not
just out there
huge.
swinging it? Yeah.
Not a huge data guy. Let's
Okay.
say.
Okay. I'm gonna hit you with a few questions here out of left field, get you out of
Okay.
here, get you back on the field. Trey Phelps, you got 20 more years of baseball. Let's say you play until you're 40, okay? And then you retire. What's the one song that today you would be comfortable picking for 20 years as your walk-up song? You'd never change it.
That's a great question. Today and then for 20 years.
You cannot change it. So it's got to
Um,
be a representation of Trey Phelps forever.
that's a great song. Great question. I will have to go with probably give me a Lil Wayne song. I want For 20 years, give me 6 foot, 7 foot. It's just timeless, very timeless song. You got to give it to me.
I thought you were gonna go with Fireman. Slept on.
Oh, that was gonna go one too. One of our
You get a
pitchers had that last year.
yeah, you get a
Yes.
siren, you get the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's say the whole Georgia Bulldogs squad goes out to dinner, go to a
Okay.
steakhouse, a nice place. Who's the guy on the roster that you do not trust to order food for everybody?
As in, like, just getting orders wrong.
Not getting orders wrong, but someone that, you're at a nice steakhouse, everything's paid for, and this guy orders 400 chicken nuggets. Just like no palate, not
Oh.
ex not gonna go crazy.
Um, honestly, give me a guy like Ryan Black. I
The
just
new
like,
guy.
yeah, I'm with Black all the time. I just like, I have a feeling like we would go to like a steakhouse and he would do something like that.
Mhm.
Chicken nuggets. I'm like, bro, what are you
Yeah, this is your opportunity. All right, man. Last question. Georgia Bulldogs. You can go last year. You can go this year. Who's the one guy? No shot. Not letting him date your sister.
last year and this year? Uh, let's go. Mm, mm. I'm gonna have to say, give me Eric Parker. Give me the freshman.
The new guy, huh?
Give me Eric Parker.
All right. Was it?
Just
What is it about Parker? And should we be excited for Eric because he
yeah,
got real
very.
strong his senior year?
Yeah, our we have a really, really good freshman class. Eric and Bryce and Asher and that they're Nate, they're gonna be really good. They had a good
Yeah.
fall too. I'm excited. I'm really excited for their spring and especially next spring for them is gonna be huge. But yeah, I just couldn't imagine like walking and seeing Eric with my sister. Like, bro, like no, not you. Not I just not you for, not you for.
Not Eric Parker. Trey Phelps, man. Excited to see what you have up your sleeve for 2025. It should be a good year. And this
Yeah.
town right here, we're rooting for you in the draft, man. Good luck.
Thank you. I appreciate it.